Hi everyone, this is Cherry Enchantress. It is September 14th, and I'm going to do a little numerology talk on the number 14 compound number from Linda Goodman Star Signs, Numerology chapter of the Chaldean alphabet. Number 14 is called Movement Challenge, and it goes like this. Magnetic communication with the public through writing, publishing, and all media-related matters is associated with the 14. Periodic changes in business and partnerships of all kinds are usually beneficial. Dealing with speculative matters brings luck. Likewise, movement and travel associated with combinations of people and nations can be fortunate. However, both gains and losses are sometimes temporary due to the strong currents of change, which are ever present. 14 warns of danger from accidents related to natural elements, i.e. fire, flood, earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, tempests, and so forth. This is not an absolute, merely a warning to be cautious. There's a risk involved in depending on the word of those who misrepresent a situation. It's a mistake to rely on others. Rely on the intuition, the self, the voice within. The luck of 14 includes money dealings and speculative projects or betting, but there's always a danger of loss due to wrong advice from others or overconfidence. So, just want to make a quick note about it. She mentioned natural elements, and got a lot of natural elements going on right now. A lot of rain here, and for those of you who are in the Carolinas or anywhere on the East Coast, I know you're having to deal with a lot of a situation, Hurricane Florence, so my heart goes out to all those people that have to deal with that, because I know exactly what it's like. And it's not an easy matter, but it really kind of shows yourself what kind of person you are when you're in that kind of situation. It turns out I always end up being sort of a leader, whether I want to be or not. I gathered the troops together and we headed out, that kind of thing. People rely on me when it comes to stuff like that. So sometimes it's not a good thing, but if you can find the good in it, if you can figure out a way to have fun, even if in the midst of all this chaos, then that's one way to get through it. Remember, the most important thing is love and family and connections, and all that material stuff doesn't measure up, and if you don't have the love, and if you don't have your family, so that's the most important part. Keep yourself safe and keep your family safe. So, I was trying to find some cards that kind of echoed this theme of movement challenge. In the tarot, number 14 is temperance. So let's see if it sounds anything like this definition. So temperance is harmony and equilibrium, balancing of opposites, healing, moderation of extremes, self-restraint, harnessing absolute forces, and reining them in to be wielded for a purpose. Holding opposites apart from one another denies their power of unity. It's kind of an interesting card. So if you look really carefully, it's like she's holding a symbol, like it's a yin-yang symbol. There's a little creature eyeballing her, and she's like pulling them apart to keep them from uniting. So it's kind of like a force that separates. Interesting, huh? And this looks like some kind of tempest or something that's forcing it apart. Well, yeah, it could kind of be related to this movement challenge, although she's sitting pretty still. And usually when this card comes up in a reading, temperance, it's a good thing. It sounds just like what it is, just what it sounds like. It's tempered force. You know, it's not violent, not rushed, not heated. It's calm and collected and thoughtful. But it's interesting how Shadowscapes depicts it. So something is keeping those two pieces of the whole apart. That's what it looks like. So I was looking through the Faery Wild Wisdom of the Fairies Oracle and came across two kind of interesting cards that seem sort of related, and I just wanted to highlight them. This one is Barnabas and the Prince, and it talks about adventures, discovery, travel, and meeting destiny. I'm just going to read how it fits in a reading. I won't go through the whole explanation. It's mostly about dreams, and so a dream of vocation, success, or purposeful activity is reaching out for you, just as you've reached out for it. Use the power of your voice to call out for it. Let the world and the natural world know that you wish for them to deliver. Seeking out a mate, actively searching for a soulmate, searching for you, synchronicity. In order for you to be in alignment with your dream, for your dream to dream you, you must be walking the right path and be in the right place at the right time. So this card reminds you that staying in your present comfort zone will not bring about that which in your heart you yearn for. You must become active and create. It also reminds you that travel and adventure can bring about soul growth that will let your song grow stronger. And it is in this way that your soul kind can find you. Have no fear. The drought will be broken, but you must be an adventurer. Your tears will cleanse the way. You will change several times throughout this lifetime, reincarnating with the one life. You do not need to die to go home or be with the one you love. What kind of transportation do you use? It might be time for a rethink. So transportation is part of the 14 number. And it's interesting how this one is calling out to your soulmate and how you might have to travel to them, or at least travel outside your comfort zone to find them. So that's one interesting card about travel. Let's look up Into the Woods. That's another kind of, there's a few different, movement, traveling type themes. That's why I see 14 as movement, kind of like Mercury, like anything that has to do with transportation and communication and movement. Okay, so we have Into the Woods, stranger in a strange land, new experiences, feeling uncertain, transition zones. And when this comes up in your reading, it's time for you to move beyond your shelter, to fly a little further from home, to take a chance and go into a place where you've felt uncomfortable. Things will feel strange and uncomfortable for a time, but you will grow and change and become stronger as a result. This fairy knows where there are places she must walk through that are exposed and challenging. She will take great care as she does so, but will walk on, she will. There's no turning back, and there will be great rewards and flowering of talents and skills as a result of this courage. So, to get anywhere, it takes a little bit of risk and a little bit of courage, and sometimes it may seem foolhardy, but you end up growing and learning stuff that you never thought you could. And finally, real quick, 14 is my number, Cherry Enchantress. And it's kind of a good number to have for this kind of work, reaching out to people and trying to help them through, whatever knowledge I have. I have a video that posts this Chaldean Hebrew Kabbalah numerical alphabet and a worksheet on how to come up with your compound number and your single number. But I wanted to just show you, this was mine. And I will post that right now at the end of this video. So I hope you liked this number 14 talk. And come back and see some more numbers and other readings, pick a card and whatnot. So faith, trust, and pixie dust.